Hey, week 30. He turned 4 weeks on Monday, and still having little ups and downs. He's been kind of sick a little bit, gurgling, some phlegm.
He has an infection, so they have him on IV antibiotics for the infection in his lungs. And I don't know if you guys remember that we were talking about he was going to be extubated and come off the vent last week. Well, he came off for about 12 hours on, what was it, Friday or Saturday?
Friday.
I can't remember. Anyways, and then they had to put him back on the ventilator, and I think it's because of his infection that was going on, but yeah.
And then she got some skin-to-skin contact. I've got a video I'll put in there. There's a little bit of cleavage action in there.
You don't need to show that.
She must not watch the video. And then the other day, yesterday I think, they put him on her chest for the skin to skin. They kind of tuck him down in the shirt. But she said he pooped once. They changed the diaper. He pooped in that diaper again. They changed it again, and then they went to put him on his chest.
And he pooped again.
And
he didn't get it. Stayed in the diaper, but the whole time I'm like, I might have poop on my
some people
chest.
pay extra for that.
So, but he absolutely loves being held. He snuggles right in. He's a good snuggler, and his like all of his oxygen levels and all that go up. And like, for example, so the lower the oxygen setting, the better. Room air is like 21 is what they say, I believe. But anyways, he's been like hanging around 30 to 33-ish, and when I held him, he went all the way down to 25. So it's been really positive.
And speaking of pooping on you, I'm going to digress and tell a little story. Whenever the day before she went to Mexico for a rotation, I proposed to her. Of course, she said yes. And so she went down there. It was like 2.5 months. I haven't seen her. Talked on the phone, did some Skyping. I went down there to Guanajuato, Mexico, and must have got a hold of some water. I'm going to shorten this story up. And
He pooped the bed.
twice
Yeah.
with her in there. So I'm guessing Wyatt just takes after his old man. But anyways, I don't know if I'll leave that in there, but that's just what it reminds me of.
Babies are a little different, but he's up to 19 milliliters on his feeds, and they added some more calories. And he's last night he was 2 pounds 10 ounces, so 13 ounces more than his birth weight.
And he grew an inch.
He's grown an inch since he was born too. Yeah. And yeah, so I've gotten to hold him every day since Sunday, and today we almost did 2 hours worth. But their chairs aren't very comfortable, so your butt goes numb and it gets a little, so I'm going to have to get a pillow or something to keep in there that they'll let me sit on, and then a boppy pillow to put my arms on, because it's like extra wide chair, so you're like sitting like this if you want to put your elbows on the arms. So I'll have to get that, but I love holding them.
But things are going too well, and it makes me worried.
They're not going too well. Too well would be if he was off of the... He acts like nothing happened this week. He got extubated and then had to be intubated right away again. He has a lung infection. Like, I don't know how that's going too well.
Well, you're holding him. He's outside of the incubator.
Yeah, but the little guy across from us, so there's a little guy across from Wyatt, and 2 days ago I was in there and I heard the doctor saying, like, there's nothing else we can do. This is, we were trying everything we can, but like they were preparing to say goodbyes. They were going to have the family come in
They
to
had
say
the chaplain
goodbyes.
come in.
Yeah, and he's still there, but we thought for sure, like every time I went in there, I was wondering if he was going to be there. So send thoughts their way. But anyways, they let her hold their baby, and he's way less stable than what Wyatt is. It's just Wyatt's more stable. He couldn't be held before now because he was on that other ventilator. Otherwise, they would have let me hold him earlier, but that other ventilator has too many tubes to it, so they can't like get him out easily and keep that going. So that's the only reason we haven't been able to hold him yet. I'm trying to get him to do some extra things like temperature and diaper changes and mouth care and maybe hold him, but he doesn't really do much.
I'm gonna wait till he's like out of the hospital before I hold him.
Which will be a while.
And he's like 4 years old or something.
I think you should hold him before that. I think Wyatt would enjoy
Every time I talk
that.
to him, like he gets upset. I think it's the deep manly voice.
Yeah, but if he doesn't, like what Josh has done is just completely stopped doing anything with Wyatt, and then Wyatt's not going to even know you or get used to you. You need to be active in his life, and then he'll get used to it. So, anyways, obviously that's a conversation we've had and the nurses have had with Josh, but
Well, I think that's about it. Things are going good. We want to keep it that way. So, like us, share us, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.